Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill. Today we are going to talk about dynamic objects. You are going to see quite a bit of footage of us experimenting in the 4 different maps. You won't see epic performance by any shape or any form, but I will highlight the fun things and how the maps are changing. From what I know, if it is going through, we are going to have it in the random battles. You won't have option to turn it off or to turn it on. It is all the time going to be like this, right? But it won't happen in every single map of the Himmelsdorf, as an example, or Prokorovka, right? And it is changing quite a bit of stuff. Starting from the movable objects, right? So you can protect your lower plate, ending up with plane crashes or artist strikes or whatever else. Is it making the game more dynamic? Could be. And certain of the things are completely unnecessary. Some things are actually good. As an example, the shipwreck crash in the port of the map, Save Heaven, or however it's called, right? So yeah, grab yourself popcorn, enjoy yourself, fellas, and you will see how the things are looking like. Let's go. We made our survey. Please check it out in the description down below and in the first pinned comment. In the same time, you can find Wargaming survey as well. Okay, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, so the first thing which I want to share with you is Himmelsdorf map. We are going to have a crashing Zeppelin here, right? As you can see, Zeppelin incoming just like so, and you will see how significantly it is going to change the map overall, right? And it is quite an interesting concept. I actually like how it looks like, and it is interesting to say that the least, right? As you can see, the object is approaching. Soon we are going to have a notification. Notification is up. It is crashing here, right? And look at this. Boom, explosion, boom, explosion, boom, explosion. Look at this. Zeppelin is going down. Absolutely glorious view. First part of the Zeppelin is going here. Kaboom, destroying everything in the way. And the second part is over there, right? It looks beautiful, fellas. So now, what that made and what that changed in this map, it changed map significantly, right? At this point, you can easily go through the middle. There is cover from many different angles, right? And this Zeppelin. By the way, Lithuania has a dish like Zeppelin, so I instantly thought about that. Anyways. As you can see now, you can be significantly more aggressive in the middle since you have so much more cover. And once again, fellas, we are not really focusing as much on the gameplay as we are focusing on what happened. As you can see, guys can drop down from the top of the hill over there just like crazy mother truckers, right? You can see that. As an example, Trashburn is thinking, I want to find an angle, kaboom! He can actually shoot down. It is absolutely nuts what is happening in the game, and it is kind of interesting thing, I would say. It looks like game became a bit different, to say that the least, right? There is way more action, and in the same time you became more flexible without things changing that much, right? So this is in my opinion can be doable even in the random battles, and it can be very interesting, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this madness. Everyone drop it down from the top of the hill, because in the past, whenever you were playing on the top of the hill, right, you were kind of eliminated from everything, to say that the least. And now playing from the top of the hill, you still can join the fight, and you can still be useful Partaka, dropping down and helping banana pressure and whatnot, right? So this is an interesting thing. Obviously speaking about this game, unfortunately for us, we have no team whatsoever, but that is okay. We cannot cry about that whatsoever, right? point of view here is to show the events how the things are looking like, and to highlight this and not to show the 6,000 damage game while spamming gold on the test server, right? Let's go for a part 2 of the Himmelsdorf Aka to see what is happening here, shall we? Okay, fellas, Himmelsdorf from up. Look at this magnificent view. And the best part of all this, fellas, now we can jump. And we are preparing for a jump, not yet. First of all, I'm waiting until someone from the enemy team will say, yep, I'm going. And whenever someone will go for it, we are going to have a blast, fellas. I'm waiting for a good moment, because I have a rocket boosters and everything, and it is going to be absolutely glorious, you know? This is what I'm waiting for. And as you can see, everyone from our team is testing the things out, and they are going down. And once again, this is not a competitive gameplay by any shape or any form, but I can promise you that this is hell of a fun, okay? One more thing to say, you see this tank wreck? This... Excuse me, sir! Excuse me! Now, first of all, you take one and don't be angry with me. Thank you. And now we are going for a manticore. Fellas, this is going to be glorious. PvP, jump, jump. Oh, yes, boys. Oh, yes. So now we are going to go ham, and now we are going to have some fun. Ready, steady, go. Fellas, this might be not the most competitive thing in the World of Tanks to do, but I can tell you one thing, this is hell of a fun, okay? This is hell of a fun, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and that's the most important thing. After all, you know, a lot of people are forgetting what World of Tanks is all about, and World of Tanks is about the fun as well, you know, not only competitive gameplay, not only pad your WNA to be purple and be respected, who cares, it's about the fun, right? And I really wanted to show you how the upside gameplay is looking like nowadays. You can be that bastard who is waiting like this until you can actually jump for it. Absolutely amazing. I still need to get this map, and I still need to show you the field. So yeah, this video is taking quite some hours, but I am having a good time while doing it. I hope you are enjoying it as well. Let's go. Okay, fellas, one more thing to show in the Himmelsdorf, right? Watch this. There is one train marked in the signs that you can go choo-choo for a ride. Watch this. Who could ever expect that this is how the game is going to look like, huh? Have you ever expected that, huh? Look at this. This is absolutely crazy. Are you going out of the rails? Okay, that is a new... looks like you don't really need to follow the rails either. What the flying F is this? Okay. Train. Watch this. Now the train is going through the bloody open field, right? You can see that yourself. Watch this. And train will take one for the team in couple of seconds. Let's see. Kaboom! Train is bombed, unfortunate for a train, and look how everything changed here, right? As you can see, you can move through the open field slightly better than before, right? And you actually have some decent positions to play here in, right? So yeah, it is definitely adding some of the variety to the game, right? I would not want this happening every single time I am playing the game, but once in a while to spice up the things. I don't really think this is the worst thing what could happen in the World of Tanks, looking into the Battle Pass Plus or looking into the crew skills. What do we have, right? I think this is definitely the thing to be kind of excited about. And at the same time, remember, there is always going to be some memes, some jokes, some shits and some giggles, right? Whenever you are playing in Platoon and your friend will be sacrificed for a train, you know? And no, I'm not saying this is the correct way to play the game, but sometimes you need to enjoy the game as well and not to look only for damage or for something else. And I believe that is quite a fair attitude if you would ask me. Anyways, that's what I have to show you. Speaking about the Himmelsdorf, let's see what other maps brings for us. Okay, fellas, so the second map we are going to take a look at is going to be Ruinberg, right? There is two events happening in the Ruinberg. Event number one is happening on the small city or town, or however you would call this, province, right? And the second event, which is the most significant one in my opinion, is happening in the middle of the Ruinberg. So this is going to be quite an interesting one, right? And I really want to highlight this. In the past, in order to make pressure here, you needed to what? Do pretty much go up like this, right? You needed to cross the middle street in order to make pressure, but it was very, very hard and significant. Watch this, what is happening here. Now the bombers are coming, right? And they are exploding the living crap. Oh, look at this. They are exploding the living crap out of the city here, right? And that is quite an interesting addition to this map, in my humble opinion. I will show you everything in a moment, but for now I need this guy to shoot. Can you shoot today? Come on. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Thank you. Look. And at this point we can actually get significantly more involved here. And this is very, very, very interesting, and I would say this is changing the map significantly. If in the past it was quite a challenge to get involved, nowadays people are excited about this. Nowadays people are going and playing here to see what the game is bringing to them, right? Which is not a bad thing whatsoever in my opinion, because it was quite a hard thing to push. It was very hard to push in the Ruinberg. Now, since map has a bit more flexibility, you can get involved significantly more, right? So I believe that's all I want to highlight on this map. Obviously, there is another way, or there is another event happening there, but it is pretty much giving you some cooldown positions. Aka, you are having tiny touch of the rubber. That's about it. And now, once again, just to highlight all of this, there is 3 streets where you can find, where you can fight in this map, and you have a decision to make, right? And you need to figure out what is the best decision for you. Like I said in the intro, if I understood this correctly, those random events won't happen at the same time, and those random events won't happen in the same, every single time in the same map. So this is also quite a good thing if you would ask me. One more thing to highlight, which I forgot to say before, right? It is objects. You can find a random piles of the concrete which you can actually push, and you can cover your lower plate or whatever else weak spot, right? I think this is extremely powerful tool. Obviously it can be destroyed, and I will prove you this. After 2 or 3 shots this thing is going down, right? So that is a nice addition for a game itself. By the way, I believe it's fair to say that I don't really care about the score. I care about showing you all features like this. And once again, you can get use of this. But once again, after the 3rd shot, or after the 2nd shot, it is cracking to the maximum, and after that, if we are going to hit it once again, it will disappear. But as you can see, those blocks are all over the place now, and it is making, it is giving a bit of the variety in a way. What I do not understand though, how our gaming is going to... Are those blocks going to be in every single random game, or is it going to be only in this configuration of the map? This is what I do not really understand. Now, take a look what kind of changes happened in this map, right, or in this side of the map. If shoo away, I don't want to kill you. So what happened over there, as you can see, there is plenty of the hold down positions to play in, right? So you can be tiny touch more aggressive, you can have a hold down from left and from right side, same goes from this side over there. Before you could not peek like this, and now you can peek like this, which is absolutely glorious, and in my opinion it is very, very nice, right? At least that's what I think. Plus on top of that you can find the blocks everywhere, and you can find the stuff here as well, right? Which is worth it to highlight. Meanwhile, Mr. Udes, I showed everything for my people. Have a good one. I believe this guy was thinking, what am I doing? Fellas, I am like a tourist here. I am just showing you the features what game is giving for us, okay? That's all, and you are the judges. Is it a good change for our random battles or not so much? Anyways, that's about it, speaking about the Ruinberg. Okay, the next map in the list, Save Heaven. Wargaming wants to do some changes and to make it more playable, if we can say so. So there is 3 events which are going to happen. Event number 1, the bridge is going down. I think it is irrelevant and it's useless, with all honesty. Event number 2 is happening here. aka entrance of the bunker is exploding, right? So pretty much it's gone. You won't be able to get in or to get out. And event number 3, the shipwreck. I must admit it looks gorgeous and it looks very, very good, and we are going to take a look at the shipwreck here and how it may change how the game is played, right? And once again, please keep this in mind about the blocks and about the containers in the middle of the field, right? You can definitely use them, and you can take an advantage out of this, right? This is important thing to say. Anyways, now what we are doing, we are going to witness the ship crash. Do you see that ship going? Oh boy, oh boy. The ship is coming, fellas. Looks like ship got hit and it doesn't work properly anymore. By the way, look at this. You can take the containers like so, and you can bring them to whatever place to fight and to stay hold down to the Gaming, you haven't thought about one thing, boys. Some tanks are not tall enough to, you know, get advantage of this, but oh well. Can we complain about that? And by the way, as you can see, it can be destroyed as well. Couple of shots and it is down. I repeat, couple of shots and it is down. Right? So this is important thing to highlight. Greetings, Panzer. I hope you are well. And now watch this. Ship is saying choo choo. Skill, it's a train. Shit. Choo choo. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Ship is getting hit. And now we are going to witness a very, very, very beautiful moment. Choo. Oh my bananas, chieftain. Look at this. And now it is blocking everything, right? So this position is literally unplayable. No one cares about it. And now people can get a bit more involved like so. That was beautiful, fellas. And how much of the use you can get of this, you tell me. But overall, I must admit one thing, it definitely looks spectacular, right? To say that the least. That's for sure. And now, obviously, since you do not care about the people playing here, all you need to do, you need to make a bit of pressure like this, and you are ready to go and you are ready to move. Beautiful. Now, looking into the other change, as an example, bridge. We don't care about the bridge, even though it is exploding. It means absolutely nothing in my humble opinion. It's just irrelevant. But what happened over there, this is quite interesting. As you can see, there is no entrance into the bunker. So there is only 3 entrances now, and people cannot make crossfire in a way in this way. Now, one more thing, as you can see, those objects are splitted all over the place, right? So pull down monsters like IS-7 or whatever else. Now you can pick the random stuff and you can go through the middle of the field in order to initiate the pressure or the push, or however you would call this, which is once again quite interesting feature. I do not think it is for everyone. I don't think everyone will be super excited and flabbergasted about all of this, but it's there, right? And for me, I honestly do not really mind. By the way, one more thing, speaking about the bridge, you can still cross through one or another side. The middle is just a bit messed up, right? I can highlight this, but honestly, this is not a change. No one cares about the bridge. No one is moving through the open field like this, so it is kind of irrelevant. And you can cross still in the both sides, so this change is kind of for fireworks. That's about it. To show something is happening, even though it is irrelevant for a game, right? Quite a bit of the resources spent for nothing. Anyways, Prokorovka, we have 2 plane crashes. One crashes towards the hill and one crashes in the open field over there. And this is absolutely game changer in my humble opinion. The main reason why am I saying so is because all bushes are going to be messed up and it will change the things, but at the same time Heves will have some cover to move, right? Which is quite an interesting concept, and it is pretty nice thing overall, in my opinion. Now, obviously, I would not want to see that happening every single game, because, you know, people will adapt very, very quickly to this. People will learn the times whenever the random events are going to happen, and it's not going to be so random anymore, right? So first things first, what I decided to do over there, I decided to get into the typical bush, but it doesn't really matter. I want you to focus on a bit different things and a bit different aspect. First things first, Wargaming haven't changed the typical bush in a way. By saying this, even though when random events will occur, it's not going to be the living crap out of the main spotting bush, which, let's get real, this bush is stopping anyone from the south to make pressure like this, right? I believe you are very, very well aware of that, and it's just how it goes, right? And you will see everything yourself what this random event will do for the bush line over there, so how light tanks could have played before. Light tanks could have went in front like this without getting worried of getting spotted there, right? Actually, fellas, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, watch this. Choo-choo! Actually, this map has 3 random events. I almost forgot about this. It's so much fun to ride the train here. It is absolutely glorious and it is absolutely amazing. As you can see, the train is pushing in front and there is one guy riding the train, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe not. Anyways, the train is just making a hardcore pressure. Meanwhile, look at these 2 planes and look at the bushes, look at the bushes. Grüksht! Grüksht! All bushes are down. All bushes are down. Good luck spotting here, buddy. I mean, yeah, fine, I am sitting in the typical spotting bush. I couldn't care less about this plane crash or something, but how light tanks should spot now and how they should get involved here, I have no clue, fellas. So, in a way, this is a bit of the buff for a heavy tanks, right? Because they can use those plane parts in order to move on. But this is kind of a nerf for a light tanks, and I believe most of the people would agree. Although, if you are timing it properly, I noticed people being 5 heads. That means being extremely smart, and whenever plane crash is coming, they are going to this bush over there, or alternatively trying to get tiny touch more involved like this. But once again, I don't really think it will work from this spawn, just because if there is a light tank sitting in this area, it is kind of game over. It is not going to be easy thing. And for me, personally, I took this main spotting bush. Now take a look how the things are looking like. I don't really care about this, do I? I'm just chilling, I'm just relaxing, and I'm having a time of my life, honestly. As you can see, guys are trying to make pressure up front. Yeah, I'm glad you are enjoying making pressure, buddy. Enjoy yourself and have a good one. He kind of have some sorts of cooldown, but what's from that, right? If this bush is not untouched. So if I could recommend something for wargaming, I would launch a plane wing towards this bush and wipe this bush completely. So this can be first spotting position, but after that you need to run for your life. And now, fellas, it's time to have some fun in Prokorovka. This is going to be glorious and this is going to be amazing. Because train is coming. And you know what that means? That means we are going to have a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I can promise you that. So, the first tip and the fellas, the first tip and the first hint. This is going to be beautiful, okay? This is a fun moment for you, and you need to watch this. Oh! Choo-choo! Yeah, here you go, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. You know, you can enjoy World of Tanks. Whoop! Could you help me to turn it? Thank you. You can enjoy World of Tanks with a train at this point. This is what you can do. I really wanted to show you this. People are going completely nuts with it, and it is a fun part, okay, of all of this. And I can promise you that in the random games we are going to have people who are waiting to ride the train, you know? They won't buy a ticket and they will drive the train no matter what. I can promise you that, fellas. I can guarantee you that. Is it a bad thing? Well, you tell me. You tell me, is it a bad thing or not so much? By the way, this is another thing. If you would pay attention here, there is another crash coming up, right? And that crash is pretty much changing the relief of this map completely over there, right? We're going to wait for a second and watch this plane. Pretty beautiful if you would ask me, right? And at this point, it looks like you have a bit more space to move here. You can try to be tiny touch more aggressive, right? And you can actually make some sorts of push, and you can be safe from the bush bunker sniper schnitzels in this area, right? Which is, I don't really think it is a bad thing. Plus, on top of that, since I showed you everything what I really wanted to, there is only one way to finish this game, if you know what I mean. How are you doing? And how... I just want to send him back to the garage. That's all I want to do. That's it. I did it. I'm feeling extremely happy. And here you go. This is... This is how the things are looking like in the new Prokorovka field, to say that the least. Absolutely nuts and absolutely glorious fun, right? You can say whatever you want. So, we covered the 1-2 line changes, we covered the 6th line, and we covered the 9-0 line changes. This is extremely important to say, and I hope you had quite a bit of fun witnessing the train ride. Absolutely madness, fellas. And that's all I have for you today, fellas. Use comment section for discussion. Have fun, enjoy yourself, and you can see the game can be actually fun if you are not really focusing on your personal score. I'm definitely not talking about the train ride, and I'm definitely not talking about jump from the Himmelsdorf hill, right? I think Wargaming could call this move a bungee jump in the Himmelsdorf, right? I think that is pretty good stuff. Honestly, when I was testing it, I felt alright, you know? If it will happen, let's say, once in 5 games in the Himmelsdorf, not a bad thing. If it would happen every single game, it would be extremely repetitive, and it wouldn't... it would lose the fun effect in a way, right? And I think some of the effects are more powerful than others. As an example, in Prokorovka, to cut all those trees down in the middle, right? I think this is quite a game-changing thing. And as an example, in the save heaven, to destroy the bridge, who cares? No one played there, no one will, and no one gives a flying F about this, right? So some things are better than others. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and have some fun while discussing in the comment section down below. Skill is out for today. Peace.